All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Thursday. Who could believe it's Thursday already? The Thursday edition of the Steve Malzberg Show. We have a lot to get to. We're going to speak to Ken Cuccinelli, former Attorney General of Virginia. He's going to tell us about his views on Rand Paul and his group's effort to make sure John McCain is not in the Senate past this November. Anyway, Harry Reid. Harry Reid is at it again. And he's doubled down on this whole Mitt Romney. By the way, somebody told me Mitt Romney's NCAA bracket is like he had the Final Four. He had the 4 teams in the Final Four. He was in the top 1%, no pun intended. And I don't know if this was a joke someone was telling me, because that's how it would translate, that he was in the top 1% of all the brackets. I don't know if that's true or not, but check it out. Somebody told me it was, and someone who I think was telling me the truth. Anyway, Harry Reid, I don't know what percent he's in on any level. I want you to harken back to a few days ago when Harry Reid, he said, hey, I'm glad I said that Mitt Romney didn't pay his taxes. He didn't win, did he? Watch.
Let him prove that he has paid taxes, because he hasn't. No, I don't regret that at all. The Koch brothers, no one would help me. They were afraid the Koch brothers would go after them. So I did it on my own.
So no regrets about Mitt Romney, about the Koch brothers? Because some people have even called it McCarthyite.
Well, they call it whatever they want. Romney didn't win, did he?
Romney didn't win, did he? So I lied on the floor of the Senate as majority leader, but Romney didn't win, did he? End justifies the means in Harry Reid's world. All right, so let's fast forward. Harry Reid talking to Fusion's Jorge Ramos yesterday, and here's how it went.
The word's out that he hasn't paid any taxes for 10 years. Let him prove that he has paid taxes, because he hasn't.
All right, so that's how Ramos set it up, and here we go.
Mitt Romney, during the time he was running for president, refused to give us his tax returns. When I ran for the Senate in 1974, that was an issue, tax returns. This has been an issue of mine for a long time. And he'll come someplace, he'll say, I always paid taxes. He refused to show the American people his tax returns.
He told CBS News, let me also say categorically, I have paid taxes every year, a lot of taxes.
But that's a phony answer. Of course he paid taxes. What he didn't do is let us see his tax returns.
Of course he paid taxes. The liar just said, we just played him from the 2012 election, that he did not pay taxes for 10 years. And now the liar sits there and says, of course he paid taxes, but he didn't show us his tax returns. Well, even Harry Reid is, I don't want to use a word that'll get me in trouble, so I'll just say this. Even Harry Reid understands there's a difference between saying he hasn't paid taxes in 10 years and he won't show us his tax returns. There's a difference. I don't care if this has been a pet peeve of yours since the 70s. Why do I give a rat's behind about that? That excuses you for lying about Mitt Romney during a presidential election as majority leader on the floor of the Senate? Here's more.
Now, people, and I said that many, many times. I said, someone who worked at Bain Capital, a couple of people told me he didn't pay taxes. But let him give us his tax returns. Let the American people judge that. And that's what I've said.
Harry Reid really has to put up or shut up, all right? So, Harry, who are your sources?
Who was that extremely credible source that you used?
Well, it's more than one source, and I'm just like you. I don't have to give up my sources. You don't.
But in other words, you didn't lie?
No, of course. Mitt Romney, he can still take care of this issue. Let us see his tax returns. He has never done that.
Oh boy, I wish I could say what I want to say. He's never going to let this go. Again, he just said in the previous cut, of course he's paid taxes. That's the issue. Not he won't show us his returns. We know he won't show us his returns. But you said, and you're still implying, that he hasn't paid taxes even after you just said he has. Cuckoo. One more.
But in a recent interview, Senator, you seemed to justify a possible fabrication when you said Romney didn't win, did he? You sounded unrepentant, as if...
Well, I have no repentance, because it was an issue that was important.
It's clear that there was no evidence.
Listen, There's easy way to resolve this. Let him give us his tax returns.
Oh my God. Let that be the legacy. Because let that be the legacy of Harry Reid. Despicable, disgusting, vulgar, unrepentant, a liar, a false accuser, hypocritical. Of course he paid taxes. No, he didn't pay taxes. Let that be his legacy, okay? Because that's who Harry Reid is. Ken Cuccinelli's next.